Came here to say who won it from the jump. We came to get exactly what you want. Came here to say that you don't really want it with us. Yeah, we live, you know. We came here to say that you don't really want it with us. Yeah, the sports show.
Yerrr.
Yerrr. Bitch.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back
Why
to
did
another
your
episode of
camera
Your.
just do this weird zoom in thing? It went straight up your nose, Matthew.
He's on his tablet, so it's looking like, I don't know. Look, yeah, it keeps going back and forth. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Yerrr Sports Show, episode 168. I am the wise brother Dre, aka the soul of R&B.
I don't
At
know.
the bottom
I'm
of
baby.
I do sometimes too. But yeah, it's not as much oomph with the wise brother introducing myself. But you know, some people still call me Big Baby. It's
the return of the rodents.
The baby road warriors. I see him.
They got big, right?
What's up,
Yes.
Jade and Bianca?
Right. Jade and Bianca.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one you? You're Bianca? And you?
Jade Carter.
That's right.
Yep. At the bottom of the pyramid, we have Henny, Bobby Brown, BK, Matt.
What's going on?
And at the top of the pyramid today, we have the reigning, undisputed,
They can hear you.
queen of all, queen of everything. It's not 25K Tay, Pete. It's 50K. Nah. It's 100K. Nah. 1.5 M K. Tay.
You already know what it is.
Queen Infinity in the building.
She's back, y'all.
Welcome to the streets.
You know.
Today is the day, and I am the one.
Mm.
I have been with the shits for the past week. I don't know if you've seen my increased Facebook activity.
Yes.
I don't know if you've seen that I have been raucous and standing on business.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen that I am the eye of the hurricane in chaos, because now we are tired.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? We are strong.
Mm-hmm.
Our resolve is stronger than anybody else's, and I'm not playing with these people anymore. I've kept it cute and demure for too long.
Mm-hmm.
Corporate Tay was a different beast. Okay? They've unleashed the mother of dragons.
It's over.
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Fuck around and find out. I'm standing on business for women,
Mm-hmm.
for Black women,
Yeah.
for allies,
Yeah.
for men who are allies,
Yeah.
for my trans people, for my LGBTQTIA people, for my sexual assault survivors, for my sexual assault abuse people who are currently being abused, for the voice of the voiceless. That's who I am. Okay? I am my sister's keeper. Period. That's it. It's over.
That's how we start the show.
No more.
The change is over. The change is over.
Done.
Yeah.
Done. Fuck around and find out.
Not the waiting for this.
That's why people keep having kids, to get back to those versions.
That's it.
She mad. You can see it in her face.
Mm-hmm.
The cheekbones ain't cheeking.
No. The gloves have come off. Black women everywhere. Let me tell you something. We are at the core of every advocacy movement in this country. No more. That's done. That's it. People gonna fuck around and people gonna find out.
Find a foster family that will take her.
Period.
Pooh.
Unless
Cool.
Period.
you would be willing to keep her until
Like
we
I said, I always, let's start the show, but like
Mhm.
hiding.
this is post election. People voted for who they wanted to vote for in office. That is okay. It was a fair and free election. Okay.
Mhm.
I am not contesting the results of the election. I am not even mad at who was elected. I'm not mad. I saw this coming. This was Joe Biden's ass whooping to take. Okay?
It sure was.
This was Joe Biden's ass whooping to take. Although I will be fair and say that I don't think he did a bad job. I'll be fair and say that. We live in a different world now. Okay? Because of the previous administration's bungling of the pandemic. We live in a different world now. Okay?
I jumped in.
But what I would say, even though I believe in democracy, I believe that people are entitled to their own opinions and their own political opinions.
I'm not
But
all this.
please know that you are not going to play that shit in my face. Please know that you are not going to spread misinformation in my face. Okay? And please also know that if you want to fuck black women,
Me after
you
everything
better
she
give a shit about black women issues.
Ooh.
If you don't, take your fetishy, goofy asses somewhere the fuck else.
You were amazing for doing
Period. You, you know who I'm talking about. Some of the MAGA men be fetishizing black women, and were the same ones that be on social media calling Kamala everything but her name. But they be the main one in the Queen's DMs.
It's clearly a frivolous case, but until I can get it dismissed,
Okay?
seriously.
Mm.
But what I would say,
On my way.
no, I'm not deleting anybody for their political views.
I forgot.
No, I'm not.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm not. But if the queen feels like stepping off her throne to address a peasant, she will do that because she's on that timing. You get what you asked for.
Sweetie, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed
I
to
voted.
Y'all sacrificed yourselves for $300 more a year in your paycheck, and your children are gonna pay them dividends. But I'm not here to get political because you know what, black women, we are tired of being at the core of every movement. This is not a Republican thing. This is not a Democrat thing. This is a human rights thing.
Oh, didn't have to do
And
that.
I'm gonna go on the record and say I don't even think Trump is a racist.
That might be your favorite jacket.
I don't think so.
Thanks.
I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think he's racist. I also think some of those charges are trumped up, right?
Confused.
But what he did do was he emboldened people,
Drinking.
right? Human nature is primal and violent, right? So when you speak to garbage, you light garbage on fire. And that's what's been happening. People forget that social media is not a real construct, and you can get punched in your face.
Facts.
You can. My daughter, I had to look at my daughter's face yesterday morning and let her know and tell her the age old adage that our parents have had to tell, that my grandmother told my mother, that my mother had to tell me. You got to work twice as hard to get half as much. Tell your daughters, tell your sisters, you have to work twice as hard. Don't take your foot off the gas, because you could be the most overqualified person in the world, but if a mediocre man comes into the fold, they make you question your worth. That's what we voted for. That's what America wanted. And that's what America's going to get. I wish the president the best of luck. I don't wish harm on the president. He was America's choice. I can't say anything. What am I going to say? He's our president. He was our president before. It is what it is. But anyway, let's go. Fuck around and find out.
Hey, let's get right into it. Matt, turn down your
And this
TV.
whole thing,
I'm leaving.
hold on, one last thing. You don't see the amount of men now saying your body, my choice?
I've been on and off social media since after yesterday.
Find out. There's a lot of body here. And a lot of choices can be made. The choice is yours. We can do this the easy way or we can do this the hard way. Either way, I'm good. I believe in the Second Amendment.
Yeah. Listen, ain't nothing to follow up on that. We're gonna jump right into it with Z. Nah, I can't jump right into it. Listen, the amount of people I've seen be happy that this man is in office, and again, as Tay said, it was a fair vote. All the votes were accounted for, and it wasn't even close. And for the people, people look at the popular vote most years. As many people as they said they weren't voting for Trump, he's sure pretty popular in the popular vote. It's crazy that he won both the electoral votes and the popular votes
decisively. Can't say nothing. You know what I would say? And I said this last night. Shout out to Mimi from Black Wrestling, because we had a very insightful Twitter Spaces or X Spaces last night, sharing resources and holding a safe space for people to talk about what the election meant to them and what happened and how they felt. And we had some really good insights from people who were really triggered. And the thing that it wasn't even close. And this is what I always say: a hit dog will holler. Mm-hmm. If you didn't have any problem with your political choices, why did you lie about them? If you didn't feel a way about them, why did you lie about them? Stand on your shit.
Mm-hmm.
Stand on it. Stand on it. Period.
People not standing on it. Yeah, people not gonna stand on it because they all people want to do is make sure they're on the side of history that's winning, right?
Right.
And as many people, one of the things that surprised me, and I hate to do this, hate to be that person, but I'm gonna be that person. And I'll take whatever slack for it. The fact that so many people of Latin descent voted for this man, right? So many people who are children of undocumented parents, children of undocumented family members. And the first thing this man said is on day one, it's going to be a mass deportation.
They had sons in the crowd. They printed sons in the crowd.
People don't care. That's the problem. People don't care. If it don't, let me tell you something. The way that this is a master class in public relations.
Yeah.
Right? A master class. You convince the poorest of the poor that more poor is trying to come for what you already don't have. You get what I'm saying? You convince a poor man that a man of color is coming to take their job. What you think they're gonna do? What you think they're gonna do? And you know what? Let me tell you something too. the inflation rates are this bad because of the pandemics and the companies that are about to get bailed out again.
Mm-hmm.
Again.
It's just crazy. It's we're like what 5 years of us doing this show, and we've experienced Trump get in, Trump get bumped like booted out, and now he's back in again, and it's
Trump
just
is
like
back in.
it's just like
He
what
Trump
the
back
fuck
in.
is crazy.
And he won big.
And
He
it
He won
overwhelming. It
big.
wasn't it wasn't even
And
close.
he won. Like this
Definitively.
was definitive. There's missing votes. There's no this and third. The popular vote and elect.
Nobody cares about that insurrection that we watched a couple years ago. That didn't matter no more.
I
No.
think
Nah, right?
that was the reason why he won. You want my honest
You
opinion? I
know
feel
the
like
sad part about it is people are like, oh, we're gonna have more. We need, family. And to be honest, there are people who are struggling out there. So that's not taken lightly in this.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, the Democrats were not hitting home with the issues that people obviously cared about.
they never do.
People do not care about social issues.
They never do.
People don't care about trans
They
rights.
don't.
People don't care about reproductive rights. People don't care about those things. They got to stop acting like people care about those things because they don't. People want to know how they're getting paid, how they're going to take care of their families. They don't care about other families trying to seek asylum from different dictators. Not when you got to go to the grocery store and decide whether you're going to buy ground beef or pork chops because you can't afford both. So I get that. But blame the corporations that you love so much.
I mean,
Blame the corporations.
I just want to see if I'm gonna get my overtime money that got taxed. I'm trying to see if I'm gonna get that back because $1,700 in taxes off the overtime I did is crazy. If you saying you're gonna fix that, I want to see. I want to see
That's
this.
insane. That's insane.
I'm trying to see it.
It's just I said this before. People voted with their pockets, and
Definitely.
the people who voted with their pockets are the people who are not going to get a dime out of whatever Trump is deciding he's going to do anyway.
I'm not talking to y'all. Y'all not even in his.
Yeah,
You
he's
can't
not even looking at y'all. You don't even know half of y'all unless y'all work for him, and even if y'all do work for him, he still don't know y'all.
And it's not. You do you blame the player? Do you hate the player or do you hate the game? What is it going to be?
Hate the game here.
You
gotta hate the game. Gotta
Period.
hate the game.
The
Because
Democrats lost their message. The Republicans, I don't know what their message is because we did not see a plan whatsoever. All we know is going to be a whatever it is. Let me tell you something. I wake up every day as a black woman. My whole life is a social justice act.
I was talking to somebody yesterday, and it was more like if a lot of these police officers, and I'm one of those people. Not all police officers are bad. I have family, I have friends that are police officers, right? And the people who are going to get pardoned and potentially us having stop and frisk come back, that's a lot. That's a lot. Like I got comfortable walking outside and not having to worry about just walking near a police officer and him potentially saying, "Oh, let me pat you down." It's insane, and people don't understand. People were voting with their pockets and expecting whatever. Like, oh yeah, someone said, "Oh yeah, I'm looking for that check." For what? That check that everybody had to pay back.
Talking about
Everybody, yeah, everybody else, stimmy this. People who went to jail for fraud because they wanted to do that.
The PPE loan.
The PPE loan. Yeah, that money.
Another stimulus under Biden. I don't even know. I'm not even in those tax
we got one
brackets.
more.
The sad part about it is I'm not even in these tax brackets.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy that you have somebody in a tax bracket that would benefit from this. I care more about your human rights than you do.
and people are saying, oh well, it's not the end of this, that, and the third. It's not the end of yeah. Do you know that for the first time in a long time, all three branches of government are red
under one party.
under one party? Now, granted, not all of the Republican Party agree with Trump and the things that he does.
But they're not going to vote against them because it's political
They're
suicide.
not going to exactly. They're not going to vote against him.
I'm telling you this now, and it might sound ignorant.
Mm.
Y'all all voted this dude in. Y'all voted. Y'all voted. Some of y'all voted. Some of y'all didn't, and that equals up to a vote in itself, right?
Right.
So with that being said, everything that everybody gonna be complaining about for the next 3, 4 years, I don't even want to fucking see it. I don't want to fucking hear it. That's where I'm at with it.
I don't want to hear it.
It might
I don't.
sound ignorant. It might sound stubborn. Like I don't even want to see people crying that their family getting deported. Y'all voted for this man, bro, knowing that his mindset was to clean up America from, in his mind's, aliens. And majority of the votes that he got in Texas were the Latin vote.
Right. Because the Mexican Americans there love Trump.
And then
And
y'all want to talk about this abortion thing. Florida, like Florida, I'm so fucking disappointed in Florida because for real, that was the
Flo-
that was at home with this abortion shit, and y'all voted him in. Y'all voted him in too. Overwhelmingly, it wasn't even close.
It's
It
sad.
wasn't. It wasn't even
It's
close.
sad. And the thing is, it's not. People think that you see. It's another thing about a master class in public relations. Reproductive health is not just abortions.
mm-hmm.
Reproductive health is a myriad of. It means a myriad of things. Planned Parenthood provides free and low cost preventative health resources to people who can't afford to go and spend $40 to go to a GYN. Okay, then y'all wondering why people walk around itching they parts on the low because they can't afford to go to the doctor. Next thing you know, you fuck around, this bitch got herpes.
Mm-hmm. But you want to, yeah, but y'all
But
want
abortions, no.
right. But abortions. Oh, that's $1,200 though, right? Yeah, that's $1,200 that y'all think y'all gonna get.
Bro, we ain't seeing
And
no
even
damn. The
and then
stimulus and what people feel about the stimulus was because the world wasn't working. We were
and
in
he did not
COVID.
even want to give it to us.
Like, yo, what is
Revisionist history. Revisionist
what
history.
have you done for me
And
lately?
and and the
And their
immigration
mom
stuff,
Biden
right?
didn't do nothing for them.
The immigration stuff, right? Let me speak on that real quick. It is not all immigrants that are targeted in terms of making the country look crazy, right? There are some people who are illegal who go and mind their business. We're not talking about those people. We're talking about those people who come to the country and make it as though that they're supposed to get everything and more than what the people who are getting here already get. And that's exactly how Trump basically told people, listen, all immigrants are not supposed to be here. They're taking jobs. They're taking black jobs. And I thought that was the nail in the coffin.
Boy, yo,
And then I
yo,
thought the guy saying Puerto Rico was an island of trash. I thought that was it. I was like, well,
it's been
Kamala's in
fun.
for
It's
sure.
been fun. Yeah,
Nope. Nope.
yo, it
And for
just
the
is what
people
it is.
and for the people who said, oh, black people this, black people that, black people showed out for Kamala. The numbers show it.
Men
The
and
numbers
women.
show it. Men
Men
and
and
women.
women.
So nobody can say
I'm not
that
saying
black men
nothing
was
about black men.
yeah,
Nope.
nobody can't say nothing about black men or black women. It wasn't us. It wasn't us.
Yeah, but people got to remember that we only account for 14 to 15% of the U.S. population. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That we've always been, black women has always been one of the strongest voting blocks in the country and
Mhm.
behind all voter mobilization efforts for the most part. You get what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where I'm not surprised they gave this woman ran a flawless campaign in 107 days, and that's something that only a woman could do. Period.
Yo, I want to say like 4 or 5 hours into like polls closing, and you started seeing like, yo, this is looking
It-
really, really bad. It's like
it-
I was just, yo, when I mean befuddled,
when this
bro,
man had 103 electoral college
Like
votes by
27.
by like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, I was
I
like,
knew, right then. I say, yo,
I was like,
it's
oh,
over, bro.
oh,
When
it's
everybody's
real.
like, no, you got to keep hope alive. I said, no,
Mm-mm,
no.
mm-mm.
Hillary lost because
This is
of the
different.
electoral vote. I think y'all need to remember that. It got to
This,
like 9 o'clock, and my man had 203, and Kamala only had like 90 or like 101 or some shit like that. And she just got that because I think she had got California, which was like 51 electoral votes or some shit like that. I was just
right,
like, yo, this shit's over. I was like, yo, wrap this up. The more I looked at the screen, the more I saw America wasn't red, white, and blue. That shit was red. It was red like a motherfucker. It was 100% like brim. It was bad. I was like, I don't even know what this. I don't. And after a while, you're just like, yo, why are we shocked? I'm not shocked. This is I'm like, I'm not shocked. We, as American people, we are very fucking selfish individuals. Very selfish. So why am I to be surprised that we all thought with our money versus the morality and the moral compass of our country? So I'm not shocked. Disappointing, of course. But what is there to what is new? I've been disappointed with America since birth. It is what it is.
it's fact. Like it's as we said, vote was done fair and square. We saw it happen in front of our eyes. Now it's more of a all right. Well, keep your head down and keep going. It's
Boy,
not one of those deals where you just got it. Unlike what would have happened, unlike what happened a couple years ago, we're not storming no capitals. We're not starting riots. We're not doing anything like that.
They
Especially
would.
as black people.
Do
The
you
Mac,
think, yo, we wouldn't
oh,
even
hold
get off the damn Amtrak.
right.
We been
Hey, what y'all doing?
hey,
Hey,
suspicious.
I feel like
hey,
Stop
look.
the First is coming
Yo,
back.
I wouldn't even. Let me
Oh,
tell you,
it's coming back like the remix for sure.
the thought wouldn't even cross my mind to ever feel that emboldened enough to be like, I'm taking my country back. We gotta take the country back. I'm like, this ain't my country. Like, I'm here, but like,
My nigga, I ain't never
I'll be
I
like,
can't even,
I ain't never went that hard to take nothing back. A
bro. I don't
man,
even step that
a
hard to go
dress,
up Borough Hall
a
steps,
pair
bro.
of
I don't even know.
shoes, nothing. I got stuff. You can ask my daughter. I got stuff sitting in my closet that I should have been took back to the store. Talk about taking something back.
listen, I remember when Trump got into office and the person I was dealing with at the time, yeah, let's go march the streets. Lady, you are a whole black woman. You need to, I don't mind you marching the streets but not at 11 at night.
I'm like, that feels a little bit jaily to me.
Yeah, it's a little bit
And
jail-ish.
I'll pop my shit somewhere else.
Bro,
I
I'll
probably shit at
donate
home.
to I'll
I
And,
don't
and
even go.
that is definitely not to say you should not go out and make your voice heard. But this come on. Use some
Think
common
better of
sense.
it.
the thought didn't even cross our minds. I'm
Right.
sitting there like, well, you won. Well,
Boy, they about to give the police,
I'd have never thought,
military.
to even be like, I want to make a change.
I don't
They
even
about to
want to
give
write the word capital, let alone go to the capital.
exactly.
I went to the Capitol one time. I'll tell you, I went.
Times, yeah.
I went once when you remember 20 in the pandemic, September 30th, 2020. We all got in from my job because we knew we was about to get furloughed, right? We was gonna get furloughed within the next couple of days.
I remember that.
We went
remember
to the Capitol to speak to Congress people. Obviously, the Congress people were like, and I ended up getting furloughed, right? That's the closest I've been to the Capitol building.
Fuck that.
I would never go in there with any type of animosity, the thought of being angry to storm the Capitol.
Yo, what are you talking about? I don't even use capital letters. I left Capital One. There's nothing with a capital over here. I'm good.
Yeah, my Capital One card is going.
I'm not trying to fuck around.
I didn't want them to think. I didn't want them to even have the thought.
This don't feel right.
Right? Imagine your people, right? Yeah, we're gonna go to DC for the day, right? Yeah. Y'all look pretty angry.
It's too much traffic. I'm good. And parts of DC still look like it's a New Jack City. I'm good. I don't need to go over there.
Not where the Amtrak stop at. That's enough time to.
Oh my God. that looked like Newark Penn Station, Philadelphia
It sure do.
Station, 34th Street Station. I'm scared of that.
How does Newark Penn and DC?
I know I rah a lot, but Auntie is very bougie, baby. I'd be like,
they were like, "Oh, you say you're from the streets?" Yes, the streets of Brooklyn.
Yeah,
yeah, the streets of Brooklyn. I know those streets very well. I don't know no other streets.
Right, that's different. These are my streets. I can walk around my streets.
I know how to maneuver in my streets, the streets that I'm from. Yeah. But,
yo, did we even do an episode when they stormed the castle?
Yeah, I think we did.
I have to look for it. I'm sure it wasn't as funny as
it was us three and Peter.
Yeah, I'm sure we spoke about it, and Peter went full Marcus Garvey and everything on it. But
that's what we started calling him, Peter Luther King.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
I think
we're going crazy in the
Pete
chat.
Fillers is hurt. Pete is pro-black. He's for the the black vote right now as far as Kamala. So I know he took this loss very hard.
I wasn't worried about Pete vote. I sure wasn't worried about Pete vote. That's the last person's vote I'm worried about.
He took it just as hard as me.
Everybody else.
He took it harder than me.
Yeah, he did. I was like, yeah, brother, man.
This election really hits different. This election, it stung a little harder. Ain't gonna lie, it stung a little harder. It stung different. Hillary stung, but this one stung harder.
I saw this coming, though.
You don't have to be surprised to still be upset.
Mm-hmm.
No, I hear you, but we all of the sound and mind know that America was not going to be down for a woman running the country, much less a black woman. It's like,
yeah, but then they ask their mama for everything. They ask their wife for everything. They don't be. I really want to know why men be hating women so much. But let's get into sports, y'all. We've been recording.
We definitely spoke about politics for 40 minutes. After we actually had a whole episode on politics. So.
No, but to be honest with you, we have to talk about it because of what was going on. I mean, we just had a really big, presidential election. I mean, when 2020 happened, we spoke about it at length when Biden beat Trump.
Yep, and we spoke about Kaepernick earlier in the year. In that year, we spoke about everything that happened. Yeah.
It's
been a time.
For sure. Oh my gosh.
Wow. 2024 is something different.
Yeah, 2024 breakdancing on cardboard and spinning.
This has been one of the craziest years of my life.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Legit. I gotta tell this. Where's my interview? Like, I did an interview at Fourth Rope, and they he's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna post it. I want to see it. I want to see how I look."
Right. Let them know. That's what I be telling these photographers. Be like, "Yo, it don't take you long to edit photos, bro. Come on."
Like, aren't you a business? Like, don't you want to?
Why gotta take 3 or 4 days? There's only one set of photographers that I don't mind how long they take because they do their job. That JB Photography, shout out to them. But everybody else, yo, you got a day. You got a day. After that, keep them pictures.
Right. I don't even want them.
I don't want them. They must not be that good if you got to edit a bunch of them.
Let's run some sports, y'all, because I know Matt want to do tea time.
Oh, for sure. I think
I'm going to get plastic surgery. My face, I'm starting to look old.
Tavia?
I'm not doing it. You're not roping me into that shit. I'm not doing it. We're not doing it. Not doing it.
No, it's not roping, but she
Nah, I'm good.
tripping. Yeah,
Not taking. I'm not taking the bait. Stop. We're
I'll
not
take
doing
the
it.
bait. She tripping. All right, we're gonna start with some basketball, and
My parents are trying to
y'all,
push me to get married, y'all. But let's talk about that during tea
you
time.
need to. All right, y'all, New York Knicks. That trade for Cat is looking really, really, really not
Mm-mm.
good.
No, it doesn't. No, it
November
doesn't.
Knicks, November Knicks are always like shaky Knicks. Let's be
I
real here.
think. I think y'all dragging. Again, I don't know what
I,
expectations
I
y'all are
really
having.
I really think that they gave a little bit too much.
Mm.
I was not a fan. I mean, I was not a fan of this trade. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not a fan of this trade. I feel like we don't have enough on the bench. You know, I feel like with a team like with Thibodeau's style of training and coaching, they need a strong second unit. And I don't feel like the second unit is strong enough to withstand how you see mediocre is not the fair word.
Mhm.
B plus when you really need to be an A. You give him B plus right now. You get what I'm saying? Like Knicks is like it's a little shaky, but I think they'll get it though. I think they'll get it together. I'll be honest with you. I think they'll get it together. Do I think? I think that they're gonna need more pieces. They still need more pieces. It's like they're still a team incomplete.
I agree. I agree.
That we
Now,
touted them as championship contenders and Eastern Conference. They could take the Celtics. It looks.
not me, but
Where's Miami at?
oh, we lower than y'all. We know why. So I'm cool.
They beat Miami last time they played Miami. But
Yeah. So
honestly,
y'all
man,
reckon not too far from ours.
I've been
man,
I've been
it's
so busy at my black job that I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
look at it in the sense we're 7 games into the season. The in season tournament is about to start up. I think like next week.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, I'm not worried about nothing. I think everybody's just panicking, and to panic in under 10 games in the season is ridiculous. Um,
Oh,
it's
we the same
still
record as y'all.
yeah, it's too early to judge that trade. Karl Anthony Towns had a double double against the Hawks. I'm not tweaking. I feel like the more energy and the more focus should be on the McCall Bridges acquisition because he's not faring out. I would say that more than anything. Um, Still too early. I'm not shitting on the trade. I feel like Minnesota is benefiting a lot on that trade. Because they did acquire two dogs on their team within that Nick trade, and you know Anthony Edwards got somebody who matches his stilo in Julius Randle, and Dante DiVincenzo who has something that he has to prove. But even with that being said, Timberwolves are not thriving to that, to the capability of what they were doing last year. So again, still too early in the season. I can't say yay or nay to the trade. I like Karl Anthony Towns. I like what he brings to the roster. Um, I would have more of an opinion like going towards All Star Weekend.
Yeah, I get that.
So yeah, I feel like if anybody should be in the hot seat or like we're sitting here looking at a trade being fucked up or stupid, it's Damian Lillard being on Milwaukee right now. Cause yeah, look how feral they're looking. But that's not even Damian Lillard's fault. I think that's just more or less a chemistry thing and what we've been saying for like the last 3 seasons. Doc Rivers is not a great coach, and it's showing. So I can't really pick apart the Knicks right now in under 10 games. But I could pick apart Milwaukee because it's been a season.
Oh, absolutely.
So it's like,
absolutely.
So, like, you know, I can go there. I do agree the Knicks do need more of a bench, but I feel like again, still early. We'll see what happens further along in the season. Their schedule has been iffy. They lost to Cleveland, who's I think undefeated still. I
Yeah,
believe
Cleveland
Cleveland's still
is
undefeated.
not Cleveland 9-0.
So yeah, they lost to Cleveland, they lost to Boston, and they lost to Atlanta.
Yep.
And by the way, Atlanta, I mean, shit, you're not gonna win every. The only definitive game that they lost was Boston on opening night. That's the only definitive game that they lost. So they're playing along the same realm of what they did last season, where they were just off and on. They'll have a good start or a hot start and fuck up and lose a couple games, pick right back up and be in the swing of
Mhm.
things. But all in all, they got their shit together going towards the playoffs. And at the worst opportune time when they lost a good portion of their roster. So I'm not, yeah, I'm not, I can't give you a definitive like assessment to if that trade was bad. I like the trade. I didn't want to lose Dante DiVincenzo, but I like the trade.
So looking at the standings, um, there are only two teams that's above 500 in the Eastern Conference. That's the Cavaliers at 9-0 and the Celtics at 7-2. And in the Western Conference, there are only three teams that's above. Where there's a lot more teams that are 500. So forget what I said. But in the Eastern Conference, it seems like a toss up right now. And as I look at the Knicks, yeah, it could be too early to be like, well, the Knicks are this and Knicks are that. I think a lot of people made such a big deal out of this cat trade and how it's supposed to be. I feel like the Knicks lost a lot of grit when they swapped for cat.
Yes.
Yes, they Cat has played under Tibbs before, but Julius Randle and DiVincenzo were some of that grit, that New York grit for the team. And no matter what you say about Julius Randle, yes, I think he needs to be out of
He's
there
trash.
anyway.
He's trash.
I think he
We
needs
ain't
to
gonna
be
say
out
that
of
for
there
you.
anyway. I'm not gonna say someone who averages 20 and 10 is trash, but
Okay, he's trash
he
towards
needed
he's
he
trash
needed to.
towards his contract settings. I
It
don't
was
feel
a
like
bad. It was a bad. It could have been a bad contract, but we've seen worse, right?
you're right.
Because they got up off him, and then he's going to be a free agent next year.
And
My
probably
thing
be
is
back.
that probably not, but
Who's gonna pay him?
nobody.
All right, then. The Knicks are stupid enough to pay him.
They probably won't. But my thing is with the Knicks identity and the Knicks identity from beyond, way before, like forever, the greatest Knicks teams had grit to them.
Mm-hmm.
The best Knicks teams had grit to them. And this team, yeah, we have the power of friendship and the defensive mindset of Tibbs and everybody else on that floor, but I just don't feel that same defensive intensity that I felt last year. But now, you can say, yes, it is the beginning of the season. I will give you that. But 7-8 games into the season is still 10% of the season. So you kind of have to look at that and then be mindful of that. But
I'm
moving
mindful
on,
that Braun is in the G League. That's what I'm mindful of.
yeah, going into that, we knew he was on the G League. There was no way he was staying on the main roster for the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with Bronny, you got what you drafted in the 55th pick. You got what you drafted in the 55th pick. Nothing more I can say about that, really. I know Matt wants to say more about it, but he's a 55th pick in the draft. Not gonna make any excuses for him.
I'm not mad at it. The Nasus is in the league. I'm not mad at it.
Right. Speaking of the Nassers, let's go back to the Bucks and how bad they are playing. I know I didn't put this on the run sheet, but we mentioned Doc Rivers last week. Think God mentioned it again that Doc Rivers is not a good coach, or at least he's not a good coach for the Bucks. The Bucks were 33-12 before firing Adrian Griffin at the All-Star break, and then they just tanked the rest of the season. Made the playoffs. Giannis got hurt, but they tanked.
Boy,
And
Giannis
they
is
just
leaving.
tanked.
Giannis is leaving. He won't
Yeah,
force his way
I'm
out.
sure he's gonna get traded. He'll get traded. He's gonna force his way out. But his problem is that he did not want Adrian Griffin. The problem with the Bucks did it to themselves. They did not want Adrian Griffin. They did not want the way he was. They did not like the way he was coaching them, and they didn't like the style of play, even though it was producing wins. So what do? You go out and get the one coach that is the most terrible at making adjustments.
But you know how he got the job. He was already there. He was
Yes,
consulting.
he was a consultant.
Mm-hmm.
And then your assistant coach, who was just proven that he don't know how to make adjustments either.
Oh, you talking about Darvin here?
Yeah, it's back too. So now you got a whole bunch of
With the
just
I-8 ass face on the bench is crazy.
literally just sitting there like come on. Bro.
You know what?
But I do want.
I think that Doc Rivers is not a good coach for this type of league. He's had successes in the past, right?
Mhm.
And he was a women the beefsteak. Yes, I don't want the steak.
What?
Queen is ordering food. So
That was wow.
But yeah, no, I'm doing the Instacart.
uh,
Reply quickly. I'm working. Okay, you won't
the
be
nerve.
getting. That's my tip to you. Now I'm not apologizing. You should reply quickly. I tell your wife that. Who'd you vote for? Who'd you vote for? But yeah, he's not a good coach for this league. I believe that his coaching tactics probably. Where were you on January 6th?
uh,
Yeah. Where were you? People getting emboldened these days. Like what?
We ain't letting that go. I already
uh,
And you
the,
don't need cake. No, I don't need cake.
no.
No, he's not a good coach for this league. I think that the league is shifted in a way that certain styles of coaching do not equal success. Doc Rivers is a established,
Mhm.
decorated coach. That was also 15 years ago, 16 years ago. So it's a different league, man. The league evolved, and I believe that they need some new blood in the system.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. But some people just, I don't know. Doc Rivers got to go. That's it. Doc Rivers got to go. Like, not everybody can be a Greg Popovich, who, even though his team and a prayers go out to Greg Popovich as well, with his health scare recently, but not everybody can be Greg Popovich, who, what, even though you're losing, you're still teaching the game to the kids, and Pop was just given whatever after Tim Duncan left. So I can't say that much about Pop. But Doc Rivers getting all these opportunities after opportunity, yeah, nah, it's you, it's you.
No,
And then
absolutely.
yeah, and then on the west side we have 371 team, the Suns, the Warriors, and the Thunder. Out of those three teams, who are the most surprising that they're 7-1?
Not the Suns.
Mhm.
Maybe because the Warriors weren't that great last year.
Mhm.
But you still never count them out. And you see, Phoenix it was a squad last season. So and they started really well last season too.
Mhm.
Their problems kind of came in middle later the season, and they were still a force. Don't get me wrong. The Thunder's a good team too. I mean, I like the Thunder. I thought they were a good team. I think they're a great team. Out of the three of them, the Warriors,
Mhm.
just
I agree with
given
that.
where these teams were last season, and given like I think that's the only reason why I could say like I'm a little surprised is them. Even though, like I said, with Steph Curry and company, you could never count them out ever.
Absolutely.
You know why? You know why, right? You know why?
Let me tell you something. I don't even want to hear this light skinned Jesus argument again. Now that everybody was using Jesus for this election, I don't want to hear it.
Everybody was using Jesus for this election. I never seen so many believers in Christ in my life.
I only believe in light skinned Jesus and Golden State Warriors. You know. What is another light skinned Jesus? And the Kansas City Chiefs. You know, but
We'll get
nothing.
to him in a second, bro.
Yeah, but I don't know. I didn't think Golden State would be this good. I wasn't expecting them to be Boston either.
Not 7-1.
I
Not
didn't think they
not
was gonna be Boston.
7.
That threw me off.
Boston has shown cracks because they are a high 3-point team, and with shooting as many 3-pointers as they do, sometimes they forget. Oh, I can shoot twos. They don't take advantage of the court. Sometimes when they played the Knicks, they ran 5 out, and the
Bro,
Knicks
they hit everything under the
hit
fucking
everything,
sun.
and then missed
Oh my
13 straight
god.
threes after that. After tying the record, they missed 13 straight threes. So the basketball god said, "Yeah, y'all don't deserve this record." But I'm gonna say the Warriors as well, being that the Suns have a point guard now, so we were waiting for that to happen, and they're getting it together. The OKC Thunder, all they did was get better by adding Caruso and Hartenstein, and then they can still potentially get the number 1 overall pick because of them having all of the picks still. So OKC is going to be good forever at this point. And right now, the Warriors, even with Steph being hurt, or somewhat hurt, they're playing like they're really like they're playing. And is it a surprise that Steph Curry is doing what Steph Curry does? No, but it's everybody else around him. And the Buddy Hill trade is looking like a pretty decent trade right now.
Moses
Let's see how.
Moody.
Yeah, Moses Moody looks good. Kuminga has to play better, but they also have to give Kuminga minutes. And the reason why they're not giving him minutes is because he didn't agree to the contract yet. So they're about to play with his emotions for a little bit. But other than
Your boy
that,
Draymond.
he's playing like Draymond, bro. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Not
You still didn't answer my question about Russell Wilson a couple weeks ago, so I don't want to hear a damn thing about Draymond.
What was the question?
well.
I posted a status about it on Instagram. I went to the damn group chat and everything. I tagged you in a whole story, and I don't be on. I be incognito on social media now because the people be watching.
Streets is watching.
I got too many things going on in these streets. To be,
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
legal activity,
legal activity. So we're gonna move on to the NFL since you brought it up.
I walk on the right side of the law.
I would hope so.
I do.
I know you do.
You know,
said
so
I-
there's no illegal activity happening in my life. I
Yeah,
don't know about like some of the. You know what? My dad listens to this podcast, so I'm not even gonna.
Yeah,
What were
let's
you
not
January 6th?
I'm not even gonna go there. All right, let's go in the NFL.
Russell
So
Wilson.
I have a question. Yeah, I have a question, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that man play recently? I mean, I'm just saying, like, have you seen?
Russell Wilson?
Yes.
Yeah, Steelers is looking good.
What
Steelers is looking good.
is Russell Wilson looking good? I got a scab on my nose, and it looks like a booger, and it's really making me self-conscious. So I'm about to get off the camera.
I don't see a scab on your nose, but
I don't see nothing.
I don't see nothing. You looking
Only
too
in
hard.
mine. Yeah.
That's the thing. You looking too hard.
I gotta look at myself. Nobody else look at me.
Here we go. Mm-mm.
Single for life.
Well, what was you about to ask me about Russell Wilson?
So, what do you think about his production with the Steelers? I mean, I just feel like I need to ask this question because he's been looking pretty good. And, you know, I know there's this age old adage that you've said, like the sun shines on a dog's ass twice a day. Now,
Once in a while.
once in a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's been playing consistently well.
Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts on that?
That was a good
Russell
coach.
Wilson specifically.
That's a good coach. I answered your question. Am I telling a lie? Mm.
You made no goddamn sense, man. I feel like you purposely ignored my comments. I tagged you in
I
the
didn't
story.
see it. I didn't see it.
Okay, Hollywood. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Okay,
No, chances are if I'm at work, I don't get that much. I don't have my phone like that.
So you always just at work.
Before I went to Tampa last week, I wasn't off for like 4.5 weeks.
Why don't you just cry about it?
I'm straight. I was only crying about the taxes that got taken out.
But yeah,
Maybe-
but you don't think Russell Wilson looks great though?
Great is crazy.
No,
I wouldn't go that far.
You're not even acknowledging. Crazy.
Great is wow.
Liar.
He's been playing really good. I give him that.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that. That acknowledgement. That's all I needed. I called it out on the show. I called it out on social media. I called it out on the chat. I was like a dog in heat, baby.
I was waiting for Matt. Just waiting for Matt to respond.
Yes.
You want me to acknowledge Russell Wilson?
Acknowledge him.
No.
Number one in the churches, number one at home, number one on the field. Number three, the trifecta, the Holy Trinity.
Shout out the Future.
Ew.
Why?
Baby Future.
Matt is toxic as hell. Look for that one.
All right.
Anyway, that we got that out the way because Tatum waiting to ask you that for like 3 weeks.
Why you got that auntie do-rag on? I don't like that do-rag at all. Please don't.
I get a haircut.
I can't find mine. I have that same one. I can't find mine.
I haven't got a haircut. I gotta get a haircut tomorrow.
It looks like curtains.
Yes. I think that's the Bow Wow one too, right?
Curtains in 2008. The Bow Wow ones, right?
That's the Bow Wow do rag. Yeah.
I got this one and I got the blue one. You know, I gotta stay centered.
Special edition. I don't know why he set y'all up like that because that look like a damn fool. I haven't seen Bow Wow with a do rag on in like 20 years. But he's
the other day.
Yeah, he wear them.
You know what? I haven't even seen. You know, let me ask. I'm saved and sanctified. Worship and praise.
The Chiefs, America's favorite team.
Are they?
Prayer.
Are they?
They are.
For specific,
They are
for
replacing
specific,
the Cowboys now.
They
for
are America's
specific,
favorite team.
yes, for specific reasons that we won't go back into. They are America's favorite
Okay.
team.
I get
They
it.
are America's favorite team now.
There you go, Matt. So, with the recent acquired DeAndre Hopkins, that made the team even crazier, and we saw it in the shootout last week against
The
the
Lions
Bucs.
gonna fuck them up. You know that, right?
Yeah, they might.
You know the Lions are coming, right? This has upset written all over. I don't know why I keep feeling this way. They're gonna
Would
go
it be an
undefeated
upset
for
though?
a while, huh?
Would it be an upset though if
It's
the
not
Lions
gonna
beat
get
them?
upset. Yeah, it's not gonna get upset.
I think so.
I don't
I
know
mean,
because they almost lost to the Buccaneers. So I don't know. It would be an upset.
Baker Mayfield almost won that shootout, bro.
Baker Mayfield look.
Baker Mayfield is a quick draw in the shootout. One thing about Baker Mayfield can. He may not give you a 42-17 game, but if the game is 18-21, best believe BakerMayfield is gonna get you that. He's gonna get you there.
Yeah.
He's not gonna get you a blowout.
He only lost that game because they didn't win the coin toss.
Yeah, because the Mahomes rule in overtime, bro. Like, I hate it, bro. I hate it.
But
you gotta
now
give
they're
both
gonna
teams.
go undefeated for a couple more weeks, and that's it. That's it. I don't think they're gonna. If they win the Super Bowl, I'm gonna be surprised.
I don't.
If they stay
I don't
healthy,
wanna-
I'll be surprised.
Yeah, that part. Because Kelsey sucked this year. Kelsey looked
He's an
terrible.
old tight end though.
Nah,
That catches up with you.
Nah, he sucked.
Feeding that nigga.
He sucked. He ate. You know why he aged so quickly too. We don't get into that either.
He eating all that mayonnaise. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm a big old Swiftie. But what I love to you guys. I don't know if you guys
shake it off.
I love Taylor Swift. I stand Taylor, but I do not stand this relationship.
She took all his powers like Space Jam, bro.
I'm just saying, yo, they really turned her into Kelly Pitts. I'm not happy about this shit at all. Yo.
He looks like Officer Murphy. I don't like it.
Shout out to Jason, and you know what? Shout out to Jason Kelsey for defending his brother. You know, that was crazy. And then we didn't get into Embiid's situation that much, but I do feel like he was suspended unjustly. I think that there's people who, you toe the line when you're a journalist. You are supposed to have some semblance of couth. And when you are inappropriate, this is what I say. People feel emboldened to say and do what they want without consequence. Yes, this is a free country. Yes, you are free to ask whatever questions you want to ask. But please don't forget that there are often consequences to your actions. Do I believe that Embiid was wrong? No, I do not. That is a very sensitive, private family matter. And as people who have dealt with sensitive, personal, family traumas and dramas, your mind is not on the professionalism at that moment. There's a line of protecting the privacy and respect of your family. And when someone uses that very callously, you are sometimes you don't even think before you act. Now, I don't believe he should have been suspended.
What happened? I didn't know he pushed over a reporter.
So what happened? He didn't put. He did push him. So what happened was that in an article, the reporter basically mentioned his newborn son, and his brother who passed away his first year in the league. Basically, to put it all together, he's basically saying that, don't you want to make an example, a good example? You're not making a good example. That's how it came off. And one thing that you don't do, and us Brooklyn people understand that very well, you don't mention kids, you don't mention family.
When we beef, I'm mentioning everybody. no one's exempt. Because if I'm coming for you hard, you had that coming. I let you slip about 50 million times.
If that's the case, yeah. But as a journalist, right? I get what was trying to be said, but you don't mention nobody's kids, you don't mention nobody's family members, and talking about anything related to Joel Embiid, unless speaking to Joel Embiid first. And and for the Philadelphia 76ers, shame on them for not having their players back, because the first thing they did when everything happened was apologize to the reporter. The reporter shouldn't even have got media access after Joel Embiid said what he said prior to the incident. Protect your players. Protect your players. Like, why are you putting him in that position to even be that? Like, people are like, oh, well, he's professional. He's an athlete. He's supposed to be able to. No, certain things take you off. Certain things set you off. And this was one of those things. Now, the suspension isn't active until he starts playing, and who knows when that will be. But I don't agree with the suspension either. And yes, shout out to Travis Kelce for defending Jason Kelce with the whole fan incident, which was, again, fans, be fans, please. Just be fans. Just be fans, admire.
I don't get this obsession with getting close to celebrities to heckle them. I don't get that whole. I think that's asinine behavior. I think it's really unsafe behavior, and I believe that Jason Kelce was within his right to defend his brother's honor. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. He was faced with a really disgusting derogatory term, and I mean, what did you? Thank God he smashed his phone and not his face.
Right.
But he would have
NFL player
against them.
Yeah.
He probably still will, because the phone is the destruction of property. You really can get in trouble for that.
You just want to settle out of court for a couple $100 grand. Couple $100 grand.
Oh God. Auntie getting old, y'all. Let's roll.
Same.
So what has happened to the Dallas Cowboys? Cool.
We knew this was happening.
Cool. Yeah,
it's over.
We've been talking about the NFL.
I think they refuse. I don't know what the hell is going on, but like, they get worse and worse every season. Didn't they just have like the best defense in the league like 2 seasons ago, or maybe last season? I don't even. They've been
last season and the season
wow,
before
2 seasons ago. Michael was exposed last year.
But at the end of the day, Cowboys are gonna Cowboy.
Mm-hmm. They sure are. They sure are.
The NFC East. I mean, the Commanders are doing pretty well. The Eagles are doing pretty well. The Eagles have fallen into obscurity. No one even gives a damn about the Eagles.
That man Saquon did a backwards hurdle.
Oh my God!
Crazy. And I almost threw my phone.
Yo, like, I threw up a little in my mouth.
This mother.
And you know what's so crazy? I think.
And I sat there and I was like, I hope to God Tavia and Dre sees this.
It was unreal.
Bro, I'm about to storm that. At this point, I'm about to storm MetLife. I'm about to storm MetLife.
Dying, bro. I'm like, man will not be.
You know what? I think I'm going to write a really thinly veiled, aggressive email. I think that's my version of storming anything.
That was the hill.
Not the
Giants franchise
not Karen behavior.
Die on.
It's like Kayla behavior. Writing a very passive aggressive email asking the Giants leadership, like, what did you do? Daniel Jones threw his first touchdown, bro, all season.
Bro, we are halfway through.
Don't laugh, because the Jets are abysmal.
I can laugh
Because we didn't give up our franchise player to re-sign a bum
Y'all didn't even have the franchise. Y'all built your franchise around Old Faithful, okay? And this is the impact that you have. We knew that the Giants were trash.
Talking about how trash the Giants
He
are.
did a
We
backwards
talking about the
turtle.
decision.
No, that decision was
This
a bit
was the hill that the Giants franchise wanted to die on. Re-signing Daniel bum-ass Jones and trying to franchise tag Saquon Barkley. I said this shit over the summer. I said, yo, y'all deserve the season that you motherfuckers is about to witness. Y'all deserve it. I swear to God, y'all deserve it. When Saquon ran it down y'all throats, pause. He played y'all. Y'all deserved it. Y'all deserved it. Y'all deserved it.
Hate it here. I hate it here.
But it. You know it's bad when Tavia's clutching her pearls. Because she
Matt,
knows.
you covering your mic.
She knows.
We can't hear you, Matt. Can't hear you.
Now you can't hear me.
No, Matt, seriously, can't hear you.
No, seriously, we couldn't hear you.
Speak.
I'm talking.
Yeah, when you were talking, it was going in and out. So,
just saying, that was the hill that y'all wanted to die on. Y'all wanted when he ran it on y'all. When he played y'all.
First of all, we all started hard knocks, and we were all in disbelief. We did not agree to any of this.
You used the wrong word. We was all befuddled. We was all fucked up in the game. We was just like, these motherfuckers is bucket. Tavia didn't even see it at first. She had to go and look for that shit, and she was befuddled.
Tired. I hate it here,
for
bro.
What?
I hate it here, bro. That's it. I hate it here. I hope Aaron Rodgers 2 steps and gets hurt or some shit. that's my only thing. The only thing I can say, bro. All right. Now to the main event. the segment we haven't done in a while, but I'm sure somebody, Matt, is going to get in trouble for, but I don't care because he requested it. So let me politely move you
Get
up
my
here.
music.
And boom.
Give it to a queen. Yeah, we just hyped up. Give it to a queen. I got it. Hyped up. Give it to a queen. Yeah, we just hyped up. Give it to a queen. I got it. Hyped up. Give it to a queen. Yeah, we just hyped up. Give it to a queen. I got it. Hyped up. Give it to a queen.
Hey, everybody.
My mic.
It's your girl, the Queen, reporting from here, there, everywhere. Welcome to another rendition of Tavia's Tea Time, where we spill all the tea. So, Matt,
what's up?
Talk to me. What did you want to ask Tavia Targaryen?
Targaryen is crazy. All right.
Henny Brownie King.
I'm just all right.
You're not even Hennessy Brown. I just don't get it.
I am Hennessy Brown. I'm Hennessy Brown
not.
and sexy. I'm Hennessy Brown and sexy. All right. So I had a debate.
That gave me a visceral reaction.
What? I'm just saying.
It's like you say you're brown and sexy as your do-rag is flapping with every syllable that you say off
I'm
your
Hennessy
head.
Brown skin. My skin is
You're
brown.
not Hennessy Brown.
I am Hennessy Brown. I am smooth and intoxicated. Yes, it is.
You are not Hennessy Brown.
I'm 100% Hennessy Brown. Thank you.
You are not.
Whatever. That's what haters do, you know? When the hate don't work, they start
I
telling
wouldn't tell
lies.
people that I'm Henny Bobby Brown. I mean, that just does not feel right.
I'm just saying, Hennessy is my drug of choice.
Shopping is mine. You don't hear me saying, well, I'm the same color as the Bloomingdale's bag. I could pass the paper bag test. You don't hear me saying stupid shit like that.
It's stupid to you. It means something to me. It's a personal choice. Thank you.
Do-rag.
I don't want to take my do-rag. I ain't get a haircut. When I get a haircut,
it keeps going up.
I'm good. I'm straight. The
Are
streets
you?
know what's up. The streets know what's up. Damn, leave me alone. God damn it. Got my do-rag all fucked up and shit.
You got your do rag on. It's all crooked. Every time you speak, it tilts more and more to the side like a church hat.
Jesus Christ.
What you want to ask the queen?
All right. So I had a debate, right, with a very special person in my life right now.
Wasn't a debate.
Yeah, I was getting chewed out. I'm not gonna lie, I was getting chewed out. But promise rings, right?
Mhm.
What are the purpose of promise rings, in your opinion?
I think it's for a high school boy who wants to get asked, so he promises that. So he gives his girl a promise ring because he has probably $40, and he can go down to the jewelry store and get her one of those little double-hearted rings with their initials on it. And then he's
So,
gonna sing that
Oh shit!
nothing is promised to me and you. So why would we let this thing go?
you should go to hell for
Make me
that.
a promise
That is
that
crazy.
I'll stay true.
I'm mad you said $40 and it's a high school boy to get ass. That's crazy. So you don't think it's sweet or like
Not at all.
corny, right? If one of your many male
Are you calling
followers,
me a hoe?
I said followers. I didn't say that
Okay.
you was. I didn't say you was smashing any of them. I just said followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
If one of them was like they were dating you, right? And they're pretty much promising you that they see a future with you. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's high schoolish to you.
Very.
So then, what would you presume is like the upgrade of a promise ring in
Why do
adulthood?
we have to have what I was about to say Thanos, but like I'm Thanos, right? So I all right. Because I snapped. But like,
Hmm.
how many damn rings are we gonna exchange? So what do I do with that one when you give me another one? Like, and
That's
how do you know that we're gonna promise the same things to each other? I had a promise ring in
how
the past.
many? How many?
No comment. But I've
Okay,
had a promise ring or two in my
so
time in
4 or
high
5.
school. And then I feel like the moment they put the promise ring on your finger, they break the promise.
It depends on the promise.
Because I know the jukes is in. I know what y'all be doing. I know it. The moment a boy pull out a promise ring, I'm like, oh, you think it's that time to make it special? It
That's
ain't time,
crazy.
brother.
That is.
Today, I had so many. Worship and praise.
You had so many. What? Finish the statement. Don't stop.
I was given a promise ring or two in high school and after. My ex husband gave me a promise ring.
He
Like
married you.
he gave me a promise ring like 3 weeks into our relationship. He
Okay.
3 weeks into our relationship, he bought me 3 rings, 2 chains, gave me 2 of his rings, and um, what else did he buy me? 5 outfits and 2 pairs of Timbs.
That it had to be
So
Thames.
I
That's
got
crazy.
love bombed for sure.
Thames is crazy.
2 pairs. One,
No,
one,
that
one,
just says a lot about you.
one
As
wheat
far
color.
as the Thames.
It was winter time.
Yeah, I
Bro, you
bet.
got love Hiroshima, bro. Like for
Word,
real.
like that was that was an atomic bomb right
And
there.
we
Like,
weren't and we didn't even do anything at that point. So I'm
so
like, oh,
you ain't give him nothing.
at that point, but when I got all that stuff,
Yeah, you ain't give him no
no,
coon kachu, none of it.
no, I was a virgin.
Oh shit. That's
No.
that. Yeah,
Like
that's wild.
legit. Like I tell you no lie. 3 weeks, 3 to 4 weeks, every day. Back then I used to have a phone card, right? For my cell phone. No
The
lie.
prepaid shit.
Yeah, it was Boost.
Yep.
Oh
It
Yep.
was
shit.
Boost.
Boost, singular, all that. Yep.
And Boost didn't introduce their nighttime plan yet. The
That's
after
crazy.
9, if you pay $50 a month after 9, it was 9 minutes for free. But like if I would spend he would spend his minutes talking to me while he was working. You get what I'm saying? And then like He would send his friends to bring me phone cards, bring me Chinese food, bring me food, walk me home from work,
Beef
and
and
all
broccoli.
that. Huh? No,
Beef and broccoli.
it was all black or wheat.
No, I'm talking about the Chinese food. Beef and
No,
broccoli.
chicken wings and shrimp fried rice.
Oh, see,
No bean sprouts, fried egg in it. And
she's
then
really my sister. It's crazy.
and then 6 Lucy's a day, right? Or a pack of cigarettes or whatever I wanted. 3 weeks into the situation or relationship, he had already told me he loved me. He already told me he wanted to marry me. He had already been like, "Yo, I'm serious," like here, and
But he married
got
you.
me promise. But we didn't get married till 2 years later.
He still
But
married you. He kept his promise. Mm, mm.
I was also Matt. I was also 21 years old.
I'm just saying, he kept his
I was
promise.
also. I think 21 years old is still a good age for a promise ring.
Why is there
I
age barriers
can't
on promise
imagine
rings?
myself as a 34-year-old woman accepting a promise ring at this point in my life.
So then, what do you presume to use?
Save up your money and get me an engagement ring when the time is right. Just let your actions be the promise.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Let your actions, I don't need that symbol of promise. I want you to spend a big bag on the ring.
Kid, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. Big
Yo,
bag is like 20, 25 grand. That's just the deposit. That's what she's looking for.
a ring?
Yeah, for you.
I already know what ring I want.
Oh my God, I feel bad for the person that married you.
No, because he's gonna love me, and whatever I want, I get.
He's gonna be paying a college
Not a
tuition
promise ring.
as far as your rent.
Okay, I'm worth it.
And I'm pretty sure the wedding's gonna be crazy.
I'm gonna have 3 weddings.
My God. Oh, what the fuck? Yo, Dre,
Why three?
I'm only going to one.
3 is my favorite number. You only going to one of them, then don't go to fucking none of them.
3 is I'm not gonna get that
You
much
only
time
need to
off.
bring a gift to one.
You say that now.
And no, I'm serious. This is my idea for a wedding, right?
Oh
That's
my
why I
God.
said don't do no. The promise rings are for juveniles and teenage boys who's trying to get ass. If you a grown ass man giving a promise ring, that is weird.
Okay.
Okay? If you are over 35 giving a promise ring, that's weird. Anything under 30, I might give you a little bit of a if it's a Valentine's Day gift. I wouldn't even market it as a promise ring. Because what if you don't have the intentions on getting married? What if it's just a promise to be committed to the relationship? Then you are setting false expectations that a woman or your partner or whomever may think that you really want to marry them. And it's like, damn, I saw this ring and I really liked it. Marriage is something not to play with. So I think that if you don't have the intention on getting married at that time, don't do it. You get what I'm saying? Don't do the promise ring. You and I, Matt, have been married in the past. You get what I'm saying? And as people who have been, separated, divorced, and all stuff like that, in order for us to want to fall in love and do that shit again, that means that I'm already giving you the attention of the commitment that I was already spurred away from because of my past situation. Now, mind you, I got divorced much younger than you did. I was 20, 28, 27. I got married at 24. I was like 27, 28. And I had gotten engaged again. But mind you, I was so you get what I'm saying? That I was engaged for most of my relationship.
Mm-hmm.
As you got when we started doing this podcast, I was engaged. I was engaged. But nonetheless, no. So here's my weddings, right? I want to do a small, intimate, legal wedding where we sign the papers. right? But I want to wear a form of my grandmother's wedding dress. My grandparents got married 65 years ago this year. So I would want something like that, right? Then I want the grandiose wedding, like with the bridesmaids, the groomsmen, the after party, the reception, all that shit. And then I want to do a small thing, just me, my husband, and if we have children, just that commitment ceremony after that, just with our intimate family, that we make our vows to each other. So that's what I want. And and to be honest with you, I do have Muslim roots. So it depends on, you get what I'm saying? Like, it depends on their heritage as well. I'm also Guyanese. So, Guyanese weddings be days long. So I have to really look at that. But I didn't have a wedding the first time.
So you open to getting married again?
If I fall in love for real. Because the first time I married out of obligation, I didn't marry for love. I had
Mm.
already, it was never, it wasn't, it was like we were having a child and we were living together, and it was a situation where he was like, "Hey, you and this baby are everything to me. I'm going to live this type of life and we need to be married." I got married the next day. It was not romantic. It was nothing like that. It was like, "Hey, you know, I want to, you are this, you have been this, you deserve this." And it was supposed to be, I could have had the wedding I wanted then because my ex used to make money. But I was pregnant. I was tired. My parents were not happy. My parents did not come. You get what I'm saying? So it just didn't feel right. You get what I'm saying? It did not feel right. I got married in front of my two best friends.
Yeah, that's kind of eerily similar to mine.
No, I got
My,
married in front of my sister and my best friend. My sister signed my marriage certificate.
my brother signed mine.
Yeah. So it was something like that. It wasn't like, and I really wanted to get married in the eyes of faith. Marion, hold on. I really wanted to get married in the eyes of faith. But and then at the point I thought I did it right. He was my first. You get what I'm saying? It was like I did it as traditional as far as good girl as you could imagine.
Shit, same with me. I thought I did it right too. Got married and had kids with the person that I married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My daughter was born in wedlock.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And my daughter was born in wedlock. And then the second time when I was engaged, you know, we were planning our lives together. But the key ingredient for me was missing because men sometimes find out how great I am, but don't have the hand strong enough to hold me until it's too late.
Mm.
You get what I'm saying? I put all my energy out in the beginning.
Me
So
too.
you get what I'm
Me too.
saying? So when it comes to, I'm the one that's going to be a companion, be a partner, be a this, be a that, all while not expecting that from you in return. So while you are falling in love, I am falling out of love because I am now seeing you for your flaws after a while. And then I realized that I am compatible with anyone because that's my personality, but you're not
Mm.
compatible with me.
Yeah.
But promise rings, we too old for that. Either we doing this shit or we ain't. And if we do, trust me, if you see me get married, it's because I'm in love.
Same.
I haven't been in love since my first love was murdered. It changed something in me. You get what I'm saying? But whoever, make the promise to be fruitful and faithful and a leader and a good partner, a fair partner. leading with compassion, with empathy. You get what I'm saying? Like people get this misconception that I'm just looking for men to buy me things, right? Whatever I want, I provide for myself. Give me something I can't find nowhere else. Safe. And when I say safe, it doesn't mean, oh, you could fight somebody in the street for me. Because why am I why am I fighting anybody? Safe meaning I can be safe and vulnerable in my thoughts. And when I can't feel that way and feel like you can protect me that way, don't promise me nothing. Promise your mama and get the fuck up out my face.
No, I feel you. I needed to hear that. All of that. I mean, Dre, what you think about the promise ring thing?
I wouldn't do it, but if I have a reference to anything like that, was when I was with Amanda. Amanda likes rings, and I knew she liked rings, so ever so often I would get her rings. It was never to set up a promise or set up a expectation. But at one point in time in my mind, I definitely knew I potentially wanted to marry this girl.
Yeah.
But those rings weren't the setup to that. So I never wanted to use that as a setup. Like Tay said, I wanted to use my actions as, what I was doing to show you, hey, this is where we're moving to, and this is how we're going to do it. I get the part of it where you may want to give a ring to kind of be like, hey, listen, we locked in, but your best course of action is continuing to let your actions show how locked in you are, rather than giving her something that it's nice. The promise ring is nice, and if she's that type of girl to accept it, then that's cool. Y'all relationship is y'all relationship. But for me, I don't want to give a gift of that value, promising anything, and God forbid anything happens and it comes back in my face. Oh, you gave me this promise ring, and we're supposed to be this, that, and third, and la 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 la. Don't want to hear none of that. I want my actions to speak for me, not a piece of gold, not a piece of silver, not a chain, not nothing. If I buy a girl jewelry, it's because I want to.
Yeah.
Right? I've only bought one girl jewelry, and that's two. But again, it's because they were special enough for me to buy it for me with no intention, no like, hey, I'm buying you this jewelry because I see us getting married. No, I'm buying you this jewelry because I think it looks good on you.
Yeah.
So you're muted.
You on mute, Tay.
That can create a false sense of security, because there's some people who would see that as, oh, the ring is coming.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So you have to be really particular about symbols and what you give to people. The most important thing you can give to someone is to love them in their love language. If receiving gifts is their love language, yes. You get what I'm saying? Promise to love them in that and live up to those expectations. The piece of jewelry is a piece of jewelry. You know how many? It's like I could have melted down jewelry and made an iron throne with how much pieces of jewelry my ex-husband and my exes bought me over the years, and it meant nothing because they didn't live up to. If that was your promise.
No, I would think more or less the promise is.
No, but I get it. No, because you're not that type of dude. You get what I'm saying?
It'll be the setup to, like, it's not really like the setup. It's more or less like letting you know, like,
$40 and put it towards the engagement ring.
This nigga said $40. That's crazy. But
you don't remember those double heart rings will have the initials on it and
bro,
stuff like that. I had about
them shits on Amazon.
I know what y'all talking about. I want to think I would be a little more swayed than that, but I'm just. Nah, I hear you. like I said, so all right, are we at
Do
a
you
point?
think you genuine? You think you're willing to get married again?
Yeah. And
Matt, turn your tablet down because you're echoing.
hold on, let me put that. So where I feel like I'm at with marriage is generally it has to make sense because, like Tay said, I kind of got married probably for the wrong reasons. I got married because it was just more or less like she was pregnant, we were living together, and the conversation we had was like, okay, here's the situation here's where we're at. I asked my brother, I was like, yo, how do you know if you want to get married? And he told me like, oh, when you're asking and you're inquiring, that usually means that you're kind of ready for it. So I ran with that. And granted, like it was cool in the beginning in a sense, but it was not in the right, it wasn't in the right faith. So it's like I learned, I'm like, I'm not gonna be mad at the fact that I did it. I did it. I learned from it. And going through it, I can better appreciate what I want in my partner moving forward. Like say if I'm getting into that mode of I want to get married, like I know what I know what I'm getting into. Two, I know what I want. And three, I know that in faith, I got the partner that I'm supposed to spend the rest of my life with. So it had to make sense, not only for me, but it has to make sense for my kids too. So yes, I can get married. It took a while for me to get to that mindset, but yeah, I could get married again. And that if I was to do the promise ring thing, that's what that symbolized because people know me and they sit there and go, he does not want to get
Promise
married again.
ring out of your vocabulary. You a grown ass man. Give her a promise do rag.
Wow. No, a promise do rag is crazy.
And
I can get
speaking of
up on it.
that, Bonnet Gang.
Bonnie gang.
And speaking of what you said, love languages. You both know your love languages? I know, like Matt. Do you and her both know y'all love languages?
She was supposed to go over that with me. We did it for a little bit, and then I think she kind of like went somewhere else with it. We never really finished it.
All right,
So
so yeah, you have homework then because I'm gonna
yeah,
send you. I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and you gonna learn your love language. And I guess next time we record, we're gonna speak about our love languages for sure.
yeah,
Because they change with seasons sometimes, but they don't change too much to where one that was number 5 is gonna be like number 1 now. So because what I've learned is that you have to love someone in their love language. You have to love them unconditionally in their love language, good, bad, or indifferent. So if you're not ready to do that, then you gotta be mindful. You gotta be mindful of that. So.
no, I hear that. Like I said, I feel what I've learned is
Mm-hmm.
materialistic things do not symbolize the promise. It's the action. It's the loving them in their truth and in their in their energy. So
Right.
I needed that conversation. I did. So go ahead, Tay. Well, I guess it's wrapping up tea time.
Yo, my love language.
Mm-hmm.
I am a terrible gift giver, but I am a great acts of service, words of affirmation person.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you need me to show up somewhere, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? If you need me to drop off a laundry, drop off of this, make your day easier, whatever, I got you. Words of affirmation, share your favorite song, I got you. Words of
Right.
affirmation, got you. Memes, I got you. Gifts, I'm a terrible gift giver. Always was. Because I was always so spoiled that I never had to like do any of those thoughtful little gifts that you know what I'm saying. Like it was just never for me. My last ex was very big on those little handmade gifts, like he was in arts and crafts and shit like that.
Yeah. I've learned to be a gift giver because I've learned to understand. Like I pay attention a lot to my partner and whatever they like. I keep a mental note of it. I also keep a physical note of it, just so that while I'm looking for stuff, I have reference. Or if they mention something, it's like, oh, I'm like this. Okay. If you mention it more than once, then it's kind of like, oh, okay. But I've had partners who are see. I'm the worst person at accepting gifts, right? Because I say I want something, and then I'll go get it. I'll just go get it.
I love receiving gifts, but I also receive love in words of affirmation.
Same.
You get what I'm saying? That's why I always fell for the hokey doke because you tell me a sweet line, I'm falling for it every single time. Don't make me laugh and don't be charming.
Oh yeah, if a woman you can make me laugh and I'm already a clown already, yeah. Here you go. Take them off. They're yours.
They're yours. But y'all Geminis are so sometimey. Oh my god.
I told you this.
Yeah,
I told you this.
sometimey.
But I told you this. If you don't mentally keep us there, I tell you one thing: we'll swerve right off the road. Swerve right off the road.
And won't look back.
It will not look back. It will not look back.
Mm-mm.
But then the toxic trait about it is that sometimes Geminis leave an impact to where if they spin the block, depending on the person, that person will be like, okay.
Never. I never spin the block, man. Once I'm done, it would take Jesus H. Christ himself. Once I'm done, it takes me a while to be done. I'm a little different now. It's like you breathe wrong. I'm like, cringe. Your sock is a weird level. I'm like,
This nigga says sock is a weird level.
Yo,
that sock is lower than other.
Your face in a certain light and it look a little off. I'm like, if you say the wrong thing about your ex, men get really comfortable because I'm so easy to talk to. People can talk to me about anything. You get what I'm saying? So that's when I kind of listen and be like, oh, you really hate. Did you drop by ice cream?
No, I didn't drop by 4 boxes of ice cream.
All right, you didn't have to say all that.
That is your child. That is your child. That is your child. Oh my goodness!
Well, why you gotta tell everybody I have 4? I know you were not. I have a nighttime ritual. I am obsessed with churro. Hello. My back is not big. It's a little medium.
She called you a big bet?
Yeah, because I have 4 boxes of Haagen-Dazs churro Dolce de Leche ice cream.
85% of the
You goddamn right. What did you drop? You dropped my ice cream for real? She got to show everybody.
Yo.
I eat one a night. That's what I do. There's my nighttime ritual. Right before, after I take off the wig, I put the little, I got my little curly little ponytail going on. You know what I'm saying? With my little nightgown. I take my little shower, do my little nighttime skin ritual. Then I crack open a little, ice cream bar, watch my little TV, then brush my teeth and go to bed. That's the only thing rocking my world these days.
Right, and we are not here to interrupt that. So,
yeah, man. I've been going to bed super early because I get up at like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning to go to the gym.
Yeah, on my days off, I'll pop up early to walk around.
Working out has been such a mental health booster No bullshit. I don't think I would be in. I don't think I would be as good as I am mentally without going to the gym as much as I do. Really? Yeah.
Wow.
On that note,
But
love
like I
my
said, I
niece.
don't like. I'm Dre. I don't know
Mhm.
why Gemini's are in my
Mhm.
No, you can't have my candy.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't. Gemini's have been in my orbit recently.
yeah, and as your Gemini brother, just be mindful because we
Nigga, I
cool.
had one, and that was it.
We
Well, I had
we
two.
cool.
I had two,
We,
and both of them are demons.
Tay, what is your sign again?
Aquarius.
Right. So Gemini's might not be your cup of tea for sure.
I think
Yes,
so
ain't mine.
because we're air signs, and I'm the person who believe in like giving
Mhm.
space and
Yeah.
mental connection and all that bullshit. I'm not an emotional partner. You get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm not an
It
emotional.
depends on the type of Gemini you end up with. You deal with. Because if they're more like, yeah, you good over there, I'm good over here, and y'all get along like that, that's cool. But like I said, it also depends on the type of Gemini you end up being with.
And my pops is a Gemini.
Right.
Marianne too.
Right. So you deal with Geminis in your circle. Some of your favorite people are Geminis. So being in a relationship with one might be a lot. So
Being in one with me is not easy either because I space all the time. But I want you to sweat me.
mm.
I want to be like, no.
You want to say no? You just want to say no?
Mhm. And they're like,
See, don't
oh,
say no. Don't say no to a Gemini. I'd be like, all right.
Oh, you say no to them, they cut you off. You the worst nigga ever.
yeah.
Gemini woman, forget it. Oh my
Bro.
god.
Yo, I had to get my car fixed. I got my car fixed, and she got mad because I couldn't get her red lights. I said, you dead ass? Demon, bro. That demon.
But I'm gonna put the love language quiz inside the chat. So all four of us, when Pete returns, he can also talk about it too. But for the voice of generation, Pete Rosado, who is out on assignment, for Henny Bobby B. Brown, aka BK Matt, for the Queen, Infinity, the undisputed champ of the world, Queen Tay. It is your boy, sometimes Big Baby, aka the Wise Brother, signing out. Peace.
Whoa.